Hello everybody, my name is Lefty and today we are going over my loadout. We are not so much going to cover the guns in this episode, more of everything else. The guns are going to be a video all on their own, so we're not going to be going over them right now. The main reason I wanted this video is clearly there are a lot of differences in my loadout from the last time I did one of these videos, like 3 years ago or however long that was. I'm not running around in my jeans and a t-shirt anymore or with the super uncomfortable Army surplus BDUs, though I still have them and I use them for other stuff, so that's kind of nice. So we're going to be going over all of my kit, and that way if anybody has any questions about what I have, here it is. I'll have the prices in the video, and I will try to get a shopping list of everything down in the description below. Hopefully I can figure that out. I'm going to start inside out, and then we're going to go upside down. Alrighty. So to start with, my shirt and my pants, those are going to be Emerson gear. They are really nice shirts. I like the breathability, and the pants are amazing with a lot of points where they stretch. They're extremely breathable. The built-in knee pads are super cool. My other thing that I wear that's going to be a little bit trickier for some people financially are going to be these boots. These are King Trek Wildland boots that I actually do wear when I'm doing my wildland firefighting during the summer. They are super good boots. They have lasted me for years, and I've been tormenting them. They are super comfy. They are the comfiest boots I've ever owned. When I was doing my ambulance shifts to get my paramedic license, I'd have to wear these for 12 hours straight. Couldn't care less. They are the most comfortable footwear I own. I know that that is a lot, and that's not very feasible for a lot of people. Don't worry, most of it is going to be the $470 boots. Other than that, it is $49 for the shirt and then $119 for the pants. So, heck yeah. Alrighty, like I said, we're going to be working inside out and then upside down. So let's dive into my helmet. With my helmet and everything on it, around it, my face pro, my eye pro, all that is going to come out to around $488. I have no idea how this happens. Everything here became super expensive, and it's just little bit by little bit slowly adding up over time. But let's dive into it. Alrighty, let's talk about the helmet. This is a FMA PJ helmet. This is the high cut. This is, if you go on Melverich's website, this is their premium helmet. The only reason I went for the premium helmet instead of the regular one is I have a big head, and this one fits my big head. The other one doesn't. Inside, I do have the extra comfort padding, and then on the outside, I have the Melverich helmet cover. Melverich says that the helmet cover won't fit on the premium helmet. It's not a perfect fit, but it's good enough for me. This helmet is going to be about $79, and then I believe it is $17 for the helmet cover. For my face pro, I like to run the NB Tactical Fortis balaclava and face mask. These guys are the best face pro combo I have ever found if you want to have the protection, but then that sleek, minimalistic look. I've gone through a bunch of different types of face protection, and this one is the first one where I'm actually satisfied with the look, with a helmet, without a helmet, regardless. It's super slick, super lightweight, super breathable, and it's not this big bulky thing sitting on your head. So these things are super nice. Next, we're going to be going over my eye pro. This is the Block Tactical Lynx eye protection. It is going to ring you up about $126 at checkout. I went with the orange lenses, and I do have the gasket in there as well. You can easily remove it, which is what I enjoy about it. Some fields require it, some fields don't, and frankly, it sits flushly enough on my face that I don't mind. The main reason I went with the super expensive glasses is I've tried cheaper Amazon special glasses before, and I've had issues fogging up even over in HDS, where it's dry, you're in the desert, there's no humidity, and I'm still fogging up. So I went for the Block Tacticals, and even at my adventure in Malala that I went on recently, these guys did not fog up. The only visibility issues I had was the literal sweat from my forehead getting onto the goggles. but these guys are super slick, super comfy, and they work super well for anti-fog. These are the best anti-fog goggles I have ever had the pleasure of getting to wear. Not sponsored, just really love these things. The other part of what goes on my noggin is going to be my headset here. This is the Nolvrich Premium Headset V1. I got mine in brown for the desert. You can get yours in green, brown, or black. They're about $129, and they work super well. They're technically made by a company called Tac Sky. They make a lot of really good radio equipment, and I love these things. They are able to amplify the sounds around me, but then if there's something really loud like a grenade going off, they're able to dampen it. That's the main reason I went for it. The fact they can do radio comms is just an added bonus. It gets really crisp sound. I can hear my teammates. They can hear me through the microphone. These things are super awesome. The whole reason I started wearing the earmuff style comms is the one round that I played against the Juggernaut where I was inside the saloon building and a grenade went off. My ears were ringing. It was terrible, and I knew from that moment on that I'd need to get something that can actually cancel out those loud sounds. And the sound amplification, oh my goodness gracious. If you guys have never tried these, you really have to. It's basically cheating. Like, you can start hearing, on a quiet day, you can hear people walking around on the other side of walls, especially out in the sandy area of HDS. These things are a huge game changer. Moving down to my plate carrier, goodness, this thing is heavy. I am running the Nolvrich plate carrier. This thing is ultra lightweight and ultra breathable. I haven't played with it for super long yet, but oh my goodness, I love this thing. They don't lie. This thing is so breathable that if a gust of wind comes through on a cold day, I feel it. It's actually almost bad. I do have on the front, I have 2 of the Nolvrich low profile M4 magazine pouches and then 1 of the universal double just to get that extra mag in there. I also do have the Nolvrich fanny pack. I just keep some medical supplies in there and then tools, spare batteries, anything that I want to be able to grab quickly. Working around the Christmas tree here, I do have the Nolvrich push to talk. Again, it's not made by Nolvrich. It's made by Z-Tac. Works really well. I have had a few of these crap out, so if you guys have any suggestions on nicer ones, please let me know. Then I also have the Nolvrich radio pouch and a Baofeng radio with the extended battery and the rat tail antenna. I know there's a lot of Nolvrich stuff. Nolvrich stuff works. Nolvrich good. On the back, I have kept it mostly slick, but I did put my sling through it. This is my own special little trick here. I attach my sling around the back of my plate carrier and then run it over my shoulder. And that way there's never the weight of the gun on my shoulder. It gets absorbed into the vest, which is already super tight and well-fitting. So it doesn't really add that much more weight to have my rifle being held versus just letting it dangle. It also helps keep the sling super short, which makes it easier to control the gun. I also have, this is just Amazon special 1-point sling. Make sure you get the elastics if you're gonna do this, because then all I have is this little bit, but it does stretch out enough that I'm still able to draw it up in ADS, and then if I let go, it'll just suck right back into me. So it's very effective. And then also, just because I am a medic after all, I do have my trauma shears, keeping them things on me, you know what I mean? In total, this plate carrier loadout is going to ring you up about $354. I know it's pricey, but this is worth it. I'm telling all my friends to just go straight to a Nolvrich plate carrier. It is the most comfortable, breathable, and lightweight plate carrier I have ever gotten to work with. It is so nice. Love this thing. Alrighty, the next thing we're going to be looking at is my belt. This is the Nolvrich Minimal Molly belt. Obviously, I've got a good couple of things going on here. First off, the belt itself is around $45. You do need a under belt, but what's cool about this belt is I like the quick release metal buckle, super handy. Then inside it is Velcro lined, which makes it so that way it doesn't twist or move around on your body. I will have the prices for everything in the video and down below. We have a Novritsch Universal Open Holster. We do have my IFAK that is stocked. I will, if you guys are interested, do a video on what medical equipment I carry, because I'm not just a pretend airsoft medic. I am an actual national and state licensed paramedic. I do carry medical equipment in case there is an injury out on the field. That's what the whole backpack is for. This thing is only for medical and for looks, because airsoft is just a fashion show. So I do have my IFAK here. This is just Amazon special, and then a lot of medical equipment. This is a Novritsch dump pouch, super handy. Not my favorite dump pouch that I've ever had. Sometimes my magazines will fall out of it, but you know what? It just helps keep everything from one vendor. Then over here I do have one of the older style Novritsch gas sound grenades, and then the 40mm grenade pouch, super handy. I also have a carabiner with a set of mechanics gloves. These are super handy gloves. They're not my favorite gloves, but I do like that I can latch them on the carabiner. Some people give me shit for having these gloves on my belt and then another pair of gloves on my hands. These are always attached to my belt, so that way if I want to go and do a pickup game in the backyard or just do something real quick, I always know where these gloves are. To round out the belt, I also have 2 pistol magazines, magazine pouches, sorry. All right, diving into the last few little things. These are the gloves that you'll actually see me using most of the time, except for when I lose them and then I have to use my mechanics gloves. These are gonna be the Voodoo Tactical Liberator gloves. I just found these at the old surplus store in Bend, and they are so nice. I have such great dexterity. I prefer these over mechanics gloves any day. They have a leather sole, so I also use them for rope rescue stuff. And then they have padding all over the hand. They have padding on the palm. These are shooting gloves. These are super nice, and you can handle your equipment extremely well with these. Cannot recommend these gloves enough. I'm tempted to buy a second pair just in case I lose these again. They are so good. After a couple of years, the Velcro on the wrist cuffs still hasn't given up on me. My thought process is always, if it's Velcro, you're gonna have to replace it, and I haven't had to replace these yet, even though my dog tried to chew on them for a little bit. These are super sturdy gloves and super amazing, and they're gonna cost about $27 off of Voodoo Tactical's website. Super good. All right, the piece de resistance. This is my paramedic bag. This is fully stocked with BLS and ALS equipment. I've got all kinds of goodies in here. If you guys want, we can do a full deep dive on what we've got. This is based off of the Spirit Systems Delta bag. It is a Special Forces medic bag. I really enjoy it. I like how small it is and compact it is. There's a lot of great features. When I go over what's inside it, I'll go over this bag more in depth. I got this one off of AliExpress. This is, again, the AliExpress special for about 60 bucks. I can't remember. It was cheap. It was good. I normally don't like cheap knockoffs. That's why all my stuff is super expensive. But this one seems to be putting in work for now. I've had it with me on the field for a couple of months, and it is doing extremely well. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything that you guys have more questions on or anything you can't find, let me know. The grand total of everything on this table, not counting the guns, is going to be about $1,760. Oh my God. What am I doing with my life? This is ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look into my equipment. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.